all the way up to 1980, when people always put more money in life insurance, they would say the miracle of life insurance. And the miracle is that death benefit. When somebody dies, everybody else has got a bill. And the insurance agent, or hopefully the IBC practitioner that you're working for, they're working with, they're going to show up with a check, right? And again, I don't give tax advice, but more than likely a tax-free check. This person died in an accident, and they happen to be of the Mormon faith. And again, if I get this wrong, if you're LDS, don't jump down my throat, okay? But they had the body on the couch. And they wanted the friends and family to come over. I don't know if that's maybe it was just their deal. Okay. I just assumed it was something to do with LDS. So I come in and I'm kind of shocked that, oh my gosh, this body. So that tells you how fast this check was processed. Now, it was for $3 million. The wife had no idea. She knew I was coming with a check because I called her and said, hey, I got a check. She didn't, in all of the hustle and bustle and everything else, he never told her. And she didn't know that she was the beneficiary for $3 million tax-free. This is 20 years ago. And
so it's like $8 million today.
$8 million today. Now, I almost didn't get to leave that house because the kids, the mom and dad of the person that passed, the wife, they were so grateful and I was like, he did it. Right? He's the one that protected his family and made sure that you guys would be taken care of, that you would have no worries the rest of your life. And she didn't. Now, when you get that power and you put it with the infinite banking concept, and I promise you know this, but audience, I want to emphasize, you will end up with so much more death benefit than you ever would have gone out and bought for death benefit. Nobody wants to buy death benefit. Nobody wants to buy car insurance, but we all have it. We're going to buy, okay, 10 times my income at my age. I'm 58, right? Maybe at your age, 20 times your income, whatever it is. But when you can do infinite banking, you're like, hey, what am I going to do with this extra money? Because I don't want to disappoint my kids if they're listening, but I'm not giving it all to you. I'm not going to ruin you like that. I wouldn't take away your ambition and your drive. You're going to get some, but it's only going to help you boost you. I'm not going to try to make you.
How would you like to see a 91-year case study that we put together to explain how this infinite banking thing can work for a family over 2 generations? Well, you know what? Real easy to do that. We have that right in our second book, Cash Follows the Leader. You can get a copy for free delivered right to your inbox. Head on over to cashfollows.com. That's cashfollows.com and pick up a copy right now.
Everybody's heard the story, when there's the, book, the Rockefellers versus the Vanderbilts and all of that. But if you really go back to J.D. Rockefeller, there's a couple of things that stand out to me. And one of them, or a few things that stand out, but one of them is he grew up super, super poor. Some people don't know that. J.D. Rockefeller, right? Not John Rockefeller, but grew up super, super poor. And he said when he was a kid, he was going to be the richest man in the world. He had that vision, right? Which again tells you the strangest secret is absolutely true. Whatever you think about the most, you will become, right? But there's a great book. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It's a cool audible listen to. And I'm going to butcher it because this is not the exact title, but I promise you this will help you find it. 38 Letters to My Son or something like that by J.D. Rockefeller. Okay. And it's literally 38 letters. There's nothing else in it but these 38 letters. But in one letter, Richard, he says, I figured out what the banks do and I became the bank. And I was like, this is in 1904, 1912 or something like that. Right. And I'm like, oh my gosh. We know that you had to borrow money if you wanted money from the family, and maybe still today, hopefully still today, the Rockefellers, you got to borrow it. His son lost $1 million in the stock market. This is in another letter. And he says, I know you're upset. Now think about that. Around the turn of the century, 1900, you lose $1 million. And he says, but don't worry, we'll loan you the money. You can make some smart investments in businesses and real estate, and we'll get you out of that hole. Because you owe that $1 million back to the family, and you lost it in the stock market.
Amazing. Fantastic. Well, Jim, we appreciate so much you coming on the program today, dropping lots of golden nuggets, words of wisdom, inspiring your own journey to the people that are listening in, thinking and reflecting on theirs. Hopefully they'll take some amazing nuggets and put them into action in their own life. Be, do, have, go ahead, 3 sheets of paper, write it down. For those of you watching on YouTube, go ahead. You'll see right there down below, a new playlist just popped up. The next video, go ahead, click on that, continue your journey of learning, because there's no such thing as having arrived in knowledge.